Hey everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you my makeup inventory in collection type of a thing. So I'm going to be taking you drawer by drawer through my makeup collection and talk about how many products I have in each category. So I did this twice last year. I did it at the very beginning of last year, so about the same time, and then I also did one like a mid-year update last year. I can't remember if it was in like June or July or something like that. They're going to be referencing those numbers and comparing them to what I have now. This is a very interesting video for me personally because it helps me kind of keep track, see where I'm at, see if I need to purchase anything, if I need to slow down on purchasing anything. This actually probably would have been more helpful for me to do before I did my like no buy goals and rules and stuff like that, because this kind of contributes to that. It also helps me to know what I have in my collection so that I know, hey, I need to use this, or hey, I forgot about that product, I want to use it again, kind of a thing. I'm a big numbers person, so I am really excited about this to see where I'm at and kind of just analyze everything. Let's get started. Last year I did it in the order of applying my makeup, but this year, because I kind of want to show you my collection as we go through, I'm going to do it drawer by drawer. So for my first drawer, here's kind of an overview of what it looks like: eyeliner, mascara, and brow products. And for mascara, I have full size and like mini sizes. So that's what I keep in my first top drawer of my makeup collection. Now let's start and break this down a little bit here. First category we're going to talk about is eyeliner. So for my eyeliner, I have a good amount, I feel like, still, and I did do a little bit of decluttering. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. That will affect my numbers that I'm going over today because I did all these calculations after doing that declutter. If you want to check out any of my empties videos, end of year empties, things like that, that'll kind of give you a good insight idea of maybe what I used that now is not in my collection. The beginning of 2021, I had 14 eyeliners. Then I did my mid-year update and I had went down one eyeliner. So I then had 13. Now I only have 10 eyeliners. Oh, I am so happy with myself with that. I'm so glad I went down. I don't need tons and tons of eyeliner. I don't think that's really necessary. So I'm really glad that this number is decreasing, and hopefully it will continue to do so. I'll show you a picture of all of my eyeliners and go through the brands and kind of give you a little bit more information statistics wise of what I have. I have products from the brands Clinique, which is the one that I am currently using, Ulta, Physicians Formula, Revlon. I have 3 Revlon ones, Kat Von D, Ico, Lancome, and Catrice. 4 of these are pencil liners, 3 of them are liquid liners, and 3 are gel. 2 of them are brown, 1 is like more of a bronzy kind of color, and the rest of them, so 7, are black. 8 of these are full size and 2 of them are minis or travel size. Since my last update, so the mid-year update last year, I have used up 1 completely, 1 full size, and then I have decluttered 2 of the mini travel size. So that's kind of how we got to 10 that we have now. And I'm hoping to use up some more this year and kind of work that number down. I don't think I want to really be purchasing any of these. I'm pretty sure this might have been one of the categories in my no buy that I actually made like a rule not to buy of. I'm thinking I did. I hope I did, because I feel like this would be a category that I definitely don't want it to grow. In my mid-year update, I made some goals, and my goal for the eyeliner category was 12. So I had wanted to get 1 more out of my collection. So obviously I'm now at 10, so I have surpassed that goal, which means that I can now make a new goal. And I wasn't really thinking that I was gonna do goals, but I think it's just funner for me, and if I don't make the goal, it's not a big deal. Like, yes, it's something to like put out there so I can try and achieve it, but I'm not going to be upset if I don't make the goal. So I think it's okay to still make goals for these categories. So my new goal for eyeliner is going to be 8, and I think that's pretty doable. Next category we're going to go through is my brow products. Now I feel like this has kind of changed quite a bit. So beginning of 2021, I had 10 total brow products. And then I actually went down, and in my mid-year update, I had 8 total. Now I have 7. So I didn't do as well from, the previous updates, but I still went down 1. That is good. That is progress. So I am happy with that. And I've actually been getting into brow products a lot more within the past year or so. So I think that that's good, that I am going through them and that I am using them. And I think I've actually even purchased a few things here and there. I don't know. Let's actually do a deep dive and look into this and do the numbers real quick. Products from the brands CoverGirl, It Cosmetics. I have 2 from It Cosmetics, Ulta, Benefit, Essence, and Anastasia. 1 is a powder, 3 are pencils, 1 is a cream, and 2 are a gel product. 5 of these are full size and 2 of them are minis or travel size. So since the mid-year update, I have actually only used up 1 brow product. I think even though I've been really into brow products, they are, for me, some reason, harder to go through. I don't go through them very quickly. That's okay. That's still progress for me. I think I want to continue to use what I have and maybe make that number go down a little bit. I'm currently using the Essence gel mascara, and then I'm also using the Ulta pencil, and I talk about this in my Shop My Stash. In my mid-year update, I had made a goal of 6 brow products total. Now obviously I did not hit that. I'm at 7 right now. I did not get to 6, and my new goal is 4. Now that seems really intense of a goal, especially since I still have 7, but I think it's doable. I think one of the ones I'm currently working on is close to being done. I don't know, it's hanging on, but I think I can do that. And I feel like 4 brow type products is a good place to be at in general. So 4 is kind of the goal that I want to be at maybe in the next update, but also what I want to stay at consistently, or just regularly, and always have probably about 4 brow products in my collection at any given time. Next is mascara. Now, this category, if you have seen my other inventory videos that I did, you will know that my mascara collection was out of hand. It was crazy. I had so many mascaras. It was ridiculous, very, very ridiculous. And I have been really trying very hard to work on this category and get this number down. Beginning of 2021, I had 26 mascaras. Yes, 26. Now that is my full size and my travel size combined into that number. And then during my mid-year update last year, I had a total of 22. So I was working through some things, but I still was in the 20s, which is a lot. Now I don't open all of those at once. I open maybe 2 at a time, and the rest are backups. And I open them once I use up a mascara, or I just decide I don't like it, or whatever the reason may be that I move on to the next one. Now I have 14 mascaras. Now that's still a lot. I know that, okay? I know. But we are no longer in the 20s. We have gone down substantially since the 22. So I am so happy about this number. You guys have no idea how excited I am about this mascara number going down. Like I said, I know it's still a lot. I still want to get it way down from there. So let me show you the mascaras that I still have left and go through it. I have them from the brand Maybelline, which I have 2 Maybelline ones. I have Lorac, Morphe. I think Morphe is actually a newer one. Too Faced, Milk Makeup, NYX, CoverGirl. I have 3 of those. Essence, Benefit, Revlon, and Florence by Mills. 7 of these are full size and 7 are mini. So I've got half and half going here, which is kind of interesting. I've actually been working on my minis probably more than my full size. I've used up 3 full size and 4 minis since my last mid-year update. Now that being said, I also decluttered 2 minis and I have accumulated 1 as well. Currently, out of all the mascaras, I am using 2. So I have 2 open currently, and that is the Too Faced one and the NYX one. And they're both travel size. In my mid-year update, again, I did make a goal for this category, and my goal was 18. I have obviously surpassed my goal because now I'm at 14. I am so excited about that. So I think I'm gonna make a new goal. A new goal is going to be 8. Now I know, again, that's a big difference, but I feel like maybe I can do it, maybe. Maybe I should say 10, but we're gonna go for 8 because I really want to get my mascara collection down. Let's move on to my second drawer. It has my primer, my foundation, my concealer. We've got some setting spray and my powder. So a lot of things going on in my second drawer. And what I forgot to mention before, my first drawer is more so like some eye products. And then my second drawer is mainly like base products, like base products. So the first thing we're gonna talk about in my second drawer is primer, which is normally what I would start with if I was doing it in the order of doing my face. Beginning of 2021, I had 10 primers total in my collection, which is kind of a lot. And then the mid-year update, I did actually go down by 1 and I was at 9 total. Well, now this year, this update, I am at 5. Can you believe it? So I'm half of what I was last year at the same exact time. So now we have 5 primers. I feel pretty good about that. Now, most of them are smaller size, so I feel like I'll go through them pretty quickly, but let me kind of show you. I have Smashbox, Urban Decay. Urban Decay is the one that I am currently using, Tarte, Benefit, and NYX. One is a full size, 3 are minis or travel size, and 1 is like a sample foil. To get to where I'm at now, the 5 primers, I actually used up 5 primers, travel size primers. I decluttered 1 and I also accumulated 1. In my mid-year update, I did make a goal for my primer category. My goal was to hit 6 products. So I have surpassed that, so I have 5 instead of 6. So I do want to make a new goal, and my new goal is 3. So I feel like 3 is a good number to have in general, to have going forward, and where I kind of want to keep it at. I feel like I can have a couple of different kinds of primers that way, like a hydrating primer, maybe a glowy primer, maybe a gripping primer. Like those 3 different types of primers I feel like are the ones that I would reach for and that would work best for me personally. And so I don't think I need more than that. So that's kind of my goal, is to have three different types of primers. Now concealer. Oh, concealer. Man, this category doesn't seem to like to move very much. So I've been basically working on the same exact concealer for a very, very long time now, and it's kind of ridiculous that it's taking me so long, and I have been neglecting my other concealers because of it. So let me just jump into the numbers. Last year in 2021, beginning of the year, I had 11 concealers. Then in the mid-year update, I had 10. Now I have 8. So I did go down a little bit, but the reason why I'm not that impressed with my movement here is because it was more so a declutter and using up the little like foil packet size versus using a full size concealer. So let's get into it. I'll show you what I got. I have products from the brands It Cosmetics, which is the one that I'm currently using that's taking me forever to go through, Urban Decay, Tarte, Catrice, e.l.f., Benefit, I have 2 from Benefit, and Amazing Cosmetics. So all 8 are full size. So every single one of them now in my collection is a full size. I used up 1 sample and I decluttered 1 since the last update. So not the greatest progress, to be honest. And I really, really want to use up this It Cosmetics one this year and start working on my other concealers, because I feel like they're gonna go bad before I get to enjoy them. So I really, really want to work on this category. So last year, actually, my goal was 8, and I have made that goal, but I think I made that goal in mind thinking that I was gonna use up a full size, and I didn't. So my new goal this time around is going to be 7, because I want to use up that full size concealer. That is my goal. I want to finish it, I want to complete it, and move on to the rest of my products. Next is foundation. Now foundation has been kind of like up and down for me. I feel like at the beginning of the year last year I had 9. Well, my mid-year update, I also had 9, so I didn't move like at all. And then now I have 7. When I look in my drawer, I don't see 7 because I have my powder foundations in the section with my powder, like setting powders. And then I just have my liquid foundations in the foundation section in my drawer. So when I look at it, it feels and looks like I have less than what I really have. So I did end up counting powder foundations, liquid foundations, any kind of actual pigmented foundation product in this category. So here I have items from the brands It Cosmetics, Bare Minerals, I have 2 of, MAC, NYX, NARS, and Rimmel, which is what I'm currently using. 4 of these are liquid, 3 are powders. I have 4 full size, 1 like travel size, and then 2 samples that are just like trial size kind of things. And then since the mid-year update, I used up 1 full size and 1 sample size, and I also decluttered 2 full size and 1 travel size. Now the travel size was actually decluttered kind of on accident. I was going to declutter it anyway, but I was trying to get as much use out of it as I could before that, and the packaging ended up breaking, so it was kind of a forced declutter. Also, since the mid-year update, I accumulated 1 full size and 2 samples. In the mid-year update, my goal for this was 7. Now I did reach my goal, but I feel like I need less than that. So my new goal is going to be 4, which seems like a lot of a difference, and I agree with that, and this is more of a challenge for myself. I don't think I love all the foundations that I still kept. I did my declutter, I got rid of some, but I still feel like the ones that I currently have aren't favorites. That might mean that I need to purchase some, but I don't really want my number to go up. So we'll see how I do in this category, but this one's kind of, I'm not really sure about. Now for setting powders. So we already included like foundation powders in the foundation category. So this is just translucent type of setting powder. So at the beginning of 2021, I had 3 total. Then at the mid-year update, I had 4. And now I am back to 3. So from last year to now, it didn't really move. There was some movement, but if you compare the two date to date from year to year, we are now back to 3. I have the Dermablend Professionals Original Loose Setting Powder. I have the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil, which is the one I'm currently using. The It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Translucent Poreless Finish Airbrush Powder. While it felt like a mouthful. So I have 2 full size, 1 mini, and I have used up 1 sample since the last update. I don't think I set a goal last update. I could be wrong. Maybe I did and I just don't remember, but I don't think I did. And I don't think I'm really going to set a goal this time either. I have 3. I'm okay with keeping it at 3, to be honest. That sounds good to me, and that sounds like a reasonable amount to move forward with and to have like kind of at all times kind of a thing. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it going down. I'm okay with it maybe going up 1 or 2, but I think if I could stay at 3, that'd be great. But I don't necessarily think that I need to put a goal number for this category. Next up in my second drawer, there's a lot in here, is my setting spray. So setting sprays, I actually really enjoy using them. At the beginning of last year, 2021, I had 6. Mid-year update, I still had 6. Now I actually have 5, so there we go. We got 1 down. I have 2 from Urban Decay, 1 from MAC. I have an It Cosmetics one that I am currently using, and I also have a Morphe one. 4 of these are full size, and 1 is like a travel size, which is the Morphe one. I was able to use up 1 full size and 1 mini since the last update. The goal that I had set previously for this category was 4. So I obviously didn't make that goal. I didn't hit that goal, but I still think that 4 is a good place to be at for my setting sprays. I do think that 5, it's a little more than I need. I think 4 is a good number, so I'm going to keep my goal at 4 and hope that I can reach that goal this year.